The Uttar Pradesh government today ordered a judicial inquiry into the events on Saturday night at the prestigious Banaras Hindu University, where girl students protesting molestation were lathi-charged. This happened on the same day that the Prime Minister, in fact, was visiting Banaras, which is his Lok Sabha constituency. The inquiry ordered on Sunday, meanwhile, has blamed the university administration for what happened. More questions have also been raised on the role of the BHU Vice-Chancellor G.C. Tripathi, who shockingly told NDTV that the case that led to the student protests was not of molestation, but simply eve-teasing.
A day after Prime Minister Modi and BJP head Amit Shah intervened in the BHU students' agitation, the UP government ordered inquiry is out. It holds the university responsible for the violence unleashed on female students over the weekend. The girls were protesting sexual harassment on campus when they were lathi-charged.
I'm talking of the sensitivity vis-a-vis the first responders to the case.
Do you think that the first responders did not act perhaps in the way that they should have at that time?
Yeah, they should have acted with proper sensitivity.
The Commissioner's report says the girl had legitimate problems. The problem got escalated because the Vice-Chancellor refused to meet them at the hostel. The Vice-Chancellor came to Delhi but said it had nothing to do with the incidents on campus. Neither did he respond to being indicted by the Commissioner's report.
कमिश्नर की रिपोर्ट मैंने देखी नहीं है कि विश्वविद्यालय अपनी समस्या का समाधान निश्चित कर लेगा अगर उनके कोई सुझाव हो तो वो विश्वविद्यालय को दें.
But government officials investigating the sequence of events on Saturday night have remained silent on the role of the police. There are no answers available, for instance, on why or what led the police to charge at the gates of this women's hostel, throw a girl to the ground and hit her with lathis.
इस पूरे घटनाक्रम को मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ जी ने बहुत गंभीरता से लिया है. छेड़छाड़ में जो लोग संलिप्त हैं उनको आइडेंटिफाई नहीं है.
The Vice-Chancellor has also started a judicial inquiry on the episode, but many are asking if the problem is more with him. Mr. Tripathi was an NDA appointee, a professor at the Allahabad University. Detractors say it's his 4-decade-long association with the RSS which got him the job, a charge similar to the JNU Vice-Chancellor Jagdish Kumar. His decisions haven't won him any popularity either. For instance, he removed educationist and award-winning activist Sandeep Pandey from the post of visiting professor at Banaras Hindu University's IIT in 2016. The professor alleged he was told it was because of his so-called links with Naxals and anti-national forces. He barred a symposium on division of India, Gandhi and RSS, organized by the Congress-affiliated NSUI in 2017. And he also wouldn't allow women students non-vegetarian food inside the hostel mess, and their curfew was also very early. On cue, it seems the RSS came out in his defense.
एक अराजकतावादी अपराधी तत्व की so-called opposition ने इस्तेमाल किया और बेटियां इस्तेमाल हुई. ये घोर निंदनीय कार्य है.
But academics are clear where the problem really lies.
He should have been the last person to be appointed Vice Chancellor of the university.
Why would you say that?
Because of his very low academic credentials. Very low. Except for his political leaning, there was nothing exceptional in his career.
Now it's up to the state and the centre to decide on how to follow up the Commissioner's report. Will the Vice-Chancellor be held accountable, or will they buy the university's administration's allegations that the protests were politically motivated? With camera person Ramesh Verma and Alok Pandey, Amitoj Singh for NDTV.
Well, joining us on the program tonight here in the studio with us, we have Vikramjit Banerjee, advocate of the Supreme Court, member of the BJP's legal cell, Swati Chaturvedi, journalist and author who's in fact written an article for NDTV.com yesterday on Yogi Adityanath's tenure as Chief Minister. Ghanshyam Tiwari of the Samajwadi Party will be joining us. Mr. Roop Chaudhary, spokesperson of the UP BJP, is with us as well, and senior journalist Sabha Naqvi also joins us tonight. Roop Chaudhary जी, मैं सबसे पहले आपसे पूछना चाहूंगी, ये जो वाराणसी डिविजनल कमिश्नर की रिपोर्ट है जिसमें उन्होंने कहा है कि जो बीएचयू की एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन है, बीएचयू के मामले में गलती उनकी है, उन्होंने विक्टिम की जो कंप्लेंट थी उसको ठीक से हैंडल नहीं किया, और उसके बाद भी जो हुआ उन्होंने सिचुएशन को बिल्कुल हैंडल ठीक से नहीं किया. आप इस पे क्या कहेंगे चौधरी जी, क्योंकि यूनिवर्सिटी और वीसी तो सबको ब्लेम कर रहे हैं, अपने आप को नहीं.
निधि जी, मेरा कहना है ये बहुत दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण घटना है जो वहाँ हिंसक घटना हुई. इसमें दोनों पक्षों को हमें देखना चाहिए. यह यूनिवर्सिटी हमारे देश की एक गौरव को देने वाली यूनिवर्सिटी है. इसका इतिहास बहुत गौरवशाली इतिहास रहा है और देश के महापुरुष इससे जुड़े रहे हैं. वहां पर पेट्रोल बम चलना और हॉस्टल्स में सामाजिक तत्वों का पहुंचना है हमारे लिए बहुत चिंता का विषय है। और मैं जानता हूं वो अपने माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का निर्वाचन क्षेत्र है, वो वहां से सांसद हैं, वो खुद इस घटनाक्रम पर पूरी नजर रखे हुए हैं। हमारे मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ जी पूरे वो बहुत संवेदनशीलता से सारे कार्य करते हैं और वो इस मामले की जांच करा रहे हैं। मैं समझता हूं अगर कहीं भी कोई भी प्रशासनिक व्यक्ति अगर इसमें कोई दोषी पाया जाएगा उसके खिलाफ सख्त से सख्त कार्रवाई होगी। और आपने ये भी देखा होगा,
लेकिन सबसे पहले तो कार्रवाई वाइस चांसलर के खिलाफ होनी चाहिए। जो वाइस चांसलर कहेंगे कि क्या अगर हम हर लड़की की बात सुनेंगे, हर लड़की की कंप्लेंट सुनेंगे तो यूनिवर्सिटी कैसे चलेगी? ये सेक्सुअल हैरासमेंट मॉलेस्टेशन नहीं है, ये तो खाली ईव टीजिंग है। जो ऐसा सोचते हैं, जो ऐसा वाइस चांसलर जिनकी ऐसी सोच है, उनके खिलाफ कार्रवाई नहीं होनी चाहिए?
निधि जी, मुझे अपनी बात अगर पूरा करने का थोड़ा अवसर देंगे तो आपकी बहुत मेहरबानी होगी। देखिए, वीसी वहां जाना चाहते थे, जा रहे थे, रास्ते में जिस तरह से उन पर हमला किया गया, जिस तरह से पेट्रोल बम फेंके गए, जिस तरह लाठी डंडों से वहां हमला किया गया, तो वो वीसी ने उनकी जो छात्राएं वो हमारे परिवारों से हमारी बेटियां हैं, कहीं भी अगर कोई इस तरह की घटना होती है पूरे समाज के लिए चिंता का विषय बनती है। परंतु वहां के जो वीसी साहब थे उन्होंने तुरंत उन छात्राओं की शिकायतों पर उन्होंने निर्णय लिया। वो वहां जा रहे थे और उन्होंने उनको आश्वस्त किया था कोई भी इस तरह की घटना हुई है उसके खिलाफ कठोर कार्रवाई की जाएगी।
मैं उनकी सोच की बात कर रही हूँ।
सोच को
अभी सोच है कि हर लड़की की कंप्लेंट अगर हम सुनेंगे तो फिर हम यूनिवर्सिटी कैसे चलाएंगे?
ये बयान मैंने नहीं सुना है,
हरासमेंट नहीं है, मॉलेस्टेशन नहीं है, ये कैसी सोच है?
किसी भी आधे बयान को लेकर कोई निष्कर्ष नहीं निकालना चाहिए, ना मुझे ना आपको। अभी इसकी जांच चल रही है, जो दोषी लोग होंगे, मैं आपको विश्वास दे रहा हूं, आपके स्टूडियो में बैठकर आपको मैं आश्वस्त करना चाहता हूं, अगर जितने भी दोषी लोग पाए जाएंगे, अगर इसमें प्रशासन या विश्वविद्यालय के अधिकारियों की, कर्मचारियों की कहीं लापरवाही मिलेगी, जरूर हमारी सरकार उनको दंडित करेगी और इसका दूध का दूध, पानी का पानी सबके सामने आ जाएगा। और ये घटना को हमको राजनीतिक दृष्टिकोण से नहीं देखना चाहिए। विश्वविद्यालय बहुत पवित्र स्थान होता है, वहां से बच्चों के भविष्य का निर्माण होता है। हमारी बेटे या बेटियां वहां पर अपने चरित्र निर्माण के लिए जाते हैं।
तो जिस सवाल जो मैं आपको सवाल पूछ रही हूँ उसका जवाब नहीं दे रहे हैं, लेकिन ठीक है, आप शायद दे नहीं सकते हैं।
नहीं, लेकिन मेरे पास आपके हर उत्तर का सवाल है, मैं आपके हर सवाल का उत्तर।
लेकिन ये तो इट इज एम्बैरेसिंग, isn't it, Swati Chaturvedi, that this happened hours after the PM was visiting Varanasi that day. It's his constituency, and I think there seemed to be a sense of panic even here at the center that, the wrong headlines emerged from Banaras that day. It just became about this. What does the handling or mishandling of this incident tell you about the way the administration is being run currently?
Well, Nidhi, it's not just one antediluvian we see, because we've seen this campus after campus after campus. You see JNU, you see Hyderabad, campuses are being labelled anti-national, but it's a larger malaise. Now, even here, nobody is accepting responsibility. The headlines, this is the first time Mr. Modi was visiting Banaras after the BJP won UP. They were expecting celebratory, fabulous headlines. Instead, what they got was a Lathi-charge on girl students. And unfortunately, Yogi Adityanath is only, till date, he's got zero administrative experience, he's only run his mutt, the Gorakhnath mutt. And that is clearly showing. That is clearly showing.
Chaudhary ji, मैं आ रही हूँ आपके पास दोबारा.
Because his priorities are not Bijli Sadak Pani or universities. They are love jihad. They are Romeo squads. They are the Kailash subsidy. Now these are very strange priorities in a state like UP, the country's largest state, which is, I don't know who's governing and how it's being governed. We just had Gorakhpur happen. Now we've had this happen. What is going on in UP?
Mr. Banerjee, let me ask you though, if you could give an honest assessment of the way the administration in UP is being run, and not just about BHU, it's about Gorakhpur, it's about these incidents of the Hindu Yuva Vahini, or you had the love jihad, you had the Romeo squad controversy, you even had the controversy over the farm loan waivers and the kind of
10 paisa.
Literally the pittance that farmers are getting. Somewhere is that lack of experience in the chief minister's record showing up?
There are two parts of it, and I'll take it in the first part. The first part is this government, for whatever reason, because of maybe it was Yogi ji who became chief minister, maybe because it was the BJP government with such an overwhelming majority. So therefore, this government has received enormous amounts of scrutiny. Now, this has been, I think, every step which this government has taken has been scrutinized, and people have already decided, and some people have decided and come to their conclusions and are not willing to give this government a chance. And I would say, if this amount of scrutiny was there for the last governments, then maybe the last governments would have performed better in UP. But the fact is, the same people who are willing to jump at every issue on this government were willing to give a pass to the other governments which had preceded it.
No, so I mean, did we make up the deaths of the children in hospitals?
No,
did
but
we
the
make
fact,
up
no,
the farm
I'll
loan
take
waivers?
that question. You know, all
did the media make up BHU?
That the health system, in UP was a legacy issue. Of course, it was a legacy issue.
Who's the MP for 5 times?
The fact is, it's not the MP. The state government is in charge of health, and the state government has created this entire health system. And you know that the amount of corruption which was there in health in the previous governments.
When the
so
oxygen
the entire
bills
question
weren't paid, was that a legacy
the government
issue?
Has only been
when bills weren't paid
months.
to the oxygen supplier in the hospital, was that a legacy
government
issue?
has only been in charge for 6 months, and in 6 months it has reacted to the issue. It has sort of brought the people to book. But the fact is, for 15 years, you've had this government after government, which was to the liking.
Is it that Yogi Adityanath is being unfairly scrutinized, as Mr. Banerjee says, that it's only been 6 months and that there's a disproportionate amount of attention that's being thrown on his government and its performance because it's him?
Well, no one has audited his performance so far. What has come out, the attention has come out for all the wrong reasons of failure of the government, and then their systematic attempt to cover up the failure, and the consistent alibi that everything could be blamed anywhere from British Raj to Samajwadi Party rule. The reality is, in this particular case, Smriti Irani ji, who's been HRD minister, was in Varanasi, Prime Minister was in Varanasi, Yogi Adityanath ji was in Varanasi, Governor was in Varanasi. So from a government of India level to state government level to the academic leadership level, everybody was in Varanasi. But this agenda that let us show the world a great image rather than address the issue of the day, that was the only reason why they did not address the issue in Varanasi. They could have easily addressed, they could have told the Vice Chancellor to go and meet these girls. Every demand was justified. And then look at the past 6 months of track record. Is there any data on crime that is helping BJP? No, but they are ready to put it under cover.
Party
crime has spiraled.
On crime
you talk about public health.
Stunning.
You look at the number of religious tourism that Yogi Adityanath ji has done, and how many universities and colleges has he visited?
Speaks to
you look
anyone
at
about law and order.
Infrastructure
it's just unbelievable.
When you focus,
and the fact is the media is
systematic propaganda rather than policy, all the way from anti-Romeo, anti-meat, love jihad. This is systematic propaganda. You are busy in a Mission 2019, which is a farce. The reality of Mission 2019 is better governance. With such mandate, if you are unable to deliver, you fall to...
Sabha, what's your reading though of how the centre and the top leadership, meaning the PM and Amit Shah, would be looking at Yogi Adityanath? Swati wrote that he's got a reprimand by the top leadership for the way things panned out in BHU. And yet, how do you see this playing out? He's still indispensable for them, isn't he, in UP?
Nidhi, I think Yogi Adityanath is, by any standards, he's performing below par. Now, let's just look at Gorakhpur, he's been the MP from there for 20 years. Look at the mess that is Gorakhpur, and that hospital where children died is the only hospital in Eastern India. What have they done in their budget? They have created a new, they have allocated a lot of money for the loan waiver, and they've created a new religious circuit. They have allocated money for the Kumbh, a lot of money. So look at the priorities of the man.
Madam,
now this also reflects on what is happening in the universities. Unfortunately, can I finish? Unfortunately, there is a process of non-thought, which a lot of they've just gone, RSS has just grabbed positions. I know Banaras Hindu University, I've spent time over there. I have a daughter who's just entered Delhi University. I will tell you one thing, Nidhi, if something like this happened, I've heard the BJP spokesperson talk about things ki hamari beti hai, hamari, they use all this symbolism. If a girl who is being sexually molested is not treated as an individual, but is put into this universe of Bahu, Beti and all of this kind of sloganeering that they do in BHU. BHU is a god of the RSS, there is no doubt about it. The girls have had a different rules. I have seen that myself. It is a god of the now suddenly they have come out in the open over a very, very callous handling of the events over there. What kind of an administration asks male police to attack women students? I mean, come on, it is completely outrageous, and you cannot wish it away by suggesting that some opposition party is throwing something. You can't do that kind of nonsense over here. BHU does not even have the union politics that you have in
चौधरी जी आप ये बताइए कि जो सभा कह रही है,
हमारी बेटी है, हमारी बहू है, all this kind of rubbish.
बेटी बचाओ, बेटी पढ़ाओ.
That's the only thing they know.
बेटी बचाओ.
चौधरी जी आप मानेंगे कि ये जो BHU, ठीक है, सभा let me ask Mr. Chaudhary about that. चौधरी जी आप मानेंगे कि ये जो हुआ BHU में, ये एक गलती हुई है, मिसहैंडलिंग ऑफ सिचुएशन हुई है, इतना तो मान लीजिए कि जो हुआ ठीक नहीं हुआ, ठीक से हैंडल नहीं किया गया.
देखिए ये कौन कहेगा अगर बच्चियों के साथ कहीं छेड़छाड़ होती है, उनके साथ व्यवहार होता है, उसको कौन कह सकता है कि ये अच्छी घटना है? ये हम सबके लिए निंदनीय, और हमें ये भी सोचना होगा कि समाज किस तरह से जा रहा है. अभी जो मैडम कह रही थी कि BHU है जो RSS का गढ़ है, RSS का गढ़ तो पूरा देश है. जो देशभक्ति की बात करता है उसको लोग RSS से जोड़ देते हैं.
पूरा देश तो RSS का गढ़ नहीं है, आपके लिए होगा, लेकिन पूरा देश RSS का गढ़ नहीं है.
बिल्कुल, जो लोग देशभक्ति की बात करते हैं उनको आप इसी तरह से कहते हैं.
ये देशभक्ति है, लड़कियों की पिटाई करना. नहीं, एक मिनट, आई एम सॉरी, आई नीड टू इंटरप्ट. आई एम सॉरी, आप क्या कह रहे हैं? आप लड़कियों की पिटाई करना देशभक्ति बता रहे हैं? आप क्या बोल रहे हैं? बच्चे मरते वो देशभक्ति है.
आप मुझे हर फेलियर को देशभक्ति से क्यों जोड़ देते हैं? क्या मुझे देशभक्ति से जोड़ देते हैं?
आप मुझे नहीं बोलने देंगे क्या? बावजूद ये क्या मतलब इस बात का? आप मेरी बात सुन नहीं रहे हैं. आप हर चीज को RSS में डाल देते हैं. बच्चियों के साथ अगर कोई व्यवहार हुआ है उसको RSS में डाल देते हैं. अगर कोई मिलिटेंट मारा जाता है उसको RSS से डाल
होने के बावजूद लोग नाराज हो गए हैं.
अगर आप मेरी बात नहीं सुनेंगे, मैं आपकी बात नहीं सुनूंगा. आप हर ये बंद करिए, ये प्रलाप बंद करिए. हर घटना में RSS का हाथ होना, हर घटना
है, फिर भी लोग आपसे नाराज हो गए हैं.
सबा, I just want to hear Mr. Chaudhary and what he's trying to say. चौधरी जी आप कहना क्या चाहते हैं इससे? जो BHU में हुआ और देशभक्ति से क्या मतलब लिंक क्या है?
आप मुझे बोलने देंगे तब ना मैं अपनी बात कहूंगा.
मेरी तरफ से तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, आप बोलिए.
जो दूसरे मेहमान है उनको भी थोड़ा अपना अनुशासन का परिचय देना चाहिए. मेरा कहना है कि देश में प्रथा हो गई है किसी भी घटना के लिए RSS को जिम्मेदार ठहरा देना. मैं विपक्ष के अपने मित्रों से भी और मीडिया से भी ये सबसे ये कहना चाहता हूं कि पहले किसी भी मामले में, बच्चों का मामला है, वहां कोई RSS या भाजपा इससे कोई संबंध नहीं है. वहां सारे छात्र होते हैं. आगे वो तय करेंगे कि उनकी वैचारिक दिशा किस तरफ जाती है. हम पहले से ही कह रहे हैं कि बच्चियों के साथ जो भी दुर्व्यवहार हुआ है उसके विरुद्ध हमारी सरकार बहुत संवेदनशील है और दोषी लोगों के लिए के खिलाफ कार्रवाई की जाएगी. और आपने देखा कितने पुलिस कर्मचारियों को दंडित किया गया है. सरकार को लगा ऐसा कि वहां थोड़ी बहुत लापरवाही हुई प्रशासन की तरफ से, तभी इतनी बड़ी कार्रवाई हुई.
माफी मांग लीजिए, माफी मांग लीजिए.
किस बात के लिए?
आप माफी मांग लीजिए. किस बात? भाजपा की तरफ से माफी मांगिए कि लड़कियों पर जो अत्याचार हुआ है. माफी मांगिए. आपको शर्म आनी चाहिए.
शर्म आपको आनी चाहिए जिस तरह की आप बातें कर रहे हैं.
लड़कियों पर जो अत्याचार, आप माफी मांगिए.
आपने एक पक्ष सुना, आपने क्या उन लड़कियों की बात सुनी है, उन बच्चियों की बात सुनी है कि पेट्रोल पंप कैसे आए वहां से? आपको माफी मांगनी चाहिए कि जो असामाजिक तत्व है.
एक मिनट, let me ask Mr. Vikram. Okay, let me try and understand. Why do you say it's sloganeering? I mean, I'm sure even you.
Because I think the first introduction, and I'm objectively looking at the way it's being portrayed. The first portion of this debate, the context of this debate, when it was set out in this program, said that the VC has taken X 1, 2, 3, 4 steps, and so it all leads up to this entire conclusion that it's it's already decided that the VC has taken these 4 or 5 steps, dismissed these people, so he's a bad person, and so force him and jump onto him even before responsibilities fixed.
Do you agree with his comments?
What is interview?
No, but that is, everybody has a freedom of speech and expression. You may not agree with it.
But he's a vice chancellor.
I may not agree with it.
But he's a vice chancellor.
You really agree?
You may disagree with
misogynist.
it. As everybody has a freedom of speech.
I'm sorry.
No, disagree with it.
Freedom of speech and expression doesn't mean that you say it's okay for girls to be sexually harassed.
I think if there is any, I'm not defending him. If
you
whatever, no, I'm saying that everybody has a right. I am defending the right to freedom of speech and expression.
Can I just?
No, but that's I'm sorry. The right to freedom of speech and expression doesn't mean that we.
Molestation is all right.
I mean that just takes the definition to a different level. You don't abuse or trample on other people's rights.
If anybody, and nobody is trampling on anyone's right. I think if anybody is responsible for this sort of action, and a judicial committee has been set up, as well as there has been investigation. Police officers have been transferred. So action has been taken. But why do you want to make it a political wedge issue, deliberately provoking and creating an issue when there is...
Two small points. One, the VC is the one who invited the police, police into the campus. Now, which vice chancellor is going to invite police into the campus to attack girls? Two, he used extremely objectionable language. Eve teasing is a ridiculous word. These girls were sexually molested, harassed. Why should this dinosaur of
it's just Eve teasing.
This antediluvian kind of mindset in a campus is completely out of place. The gentleman is from the RSS. His term is coming for extension in November, and clearly he's pandering to the powers that be. And I'm sorry, this is not freedom of expression.
That is completely gratuitous and not backed up by any facts. Again, this is like a statement off the record. It's just for the sake of
his term is ending in November.
For a certain group of people.
His term is ending in November.
Who is being catered to? It's Chaudhary is catering to that.
Let me ask you something, Mr. Banerjee. When is a good time period to judge Yogi Adityanath's performance?
Can I make one quick point?
Minister? Sabha, one sec. I mean, okay, so now we've completed the 6-month mark, and normally one does take stock after 100 days, and now we're into 6 months. So what would be a fair assessment? 50 years?
I think it's fair. No, I think it's we've given the Congress the pass for 70 years, but be that as it may. But nonetheless, I think a 2 years mark, I think then you can have an objective sort of decision as to what his performance are and to what extent he has succeeded. Of course, this is not, the entire term does not end in 2 years, 2.5 years, but you have to give a fair chance. I think the fair chance which has been given to the previous governments, almost a free pass. I think
if the previous governments had a free pass, they wouldn't have been voted out. They have been voted out.
The media gave it a free pass. The people didn't.
No. What does that mean?
The same people. What I'm saying, the same people who are jumping on it were convinced that the last government was going to retain power because it had done so
Nobody was convinced. Nobody. I think anyone who did that was an idiot.
The Samajwadi Party said it wasn't convinced.
Everybody knew the BJP was winning 2014. I think anyone else who said otherwise shouldn't be in journalism.
I'm talking the government in UP.
Or any.
I'm talking the government in UP.
Yeah, well, we predicted the BJP's victory. FYI, yes. our poll predicted a huge win for the BJP, and Pranoy said that. But Sabha, a quick last word from you. Yes.
This idea of a free pass is ridiculous. I think the BJP people really have nothing to say in terms of achievements. Fair enough, it's a short time, but I repeat, Gorakhpur is his constituency for years. It's a dump. All that we've seen is an attack on legitimate, clean slaughterhouses. That's the politics. And Banaras, which is a town which I know so well, and I know that university, he is right. It is a gut of the RSS. In spite of that, people are protesting, sir. So you have something to seriously worry about. What the BJP has going for it is that they have done some very, very deft political management. They have expanded the social base into new things. So the politics is winnable, and that is done by Narendra Modi and Amit Shah. Yogi Adityanath is, I'm sorry to say, and I don't believe, and my information is that he was never the first choice of the Prime Minister. There were certain factors that compelled them to have him there. He's so far been a disaster. Yep. Let's see what happens. There's time.
Let us have this conversation at the 2-year mark.
And sir, there's no free pass.
All right, let's have the conversation at the 2-year mark. Mr. Banerjee has suggested that may be the fairest mark. Well, the jury is still out, I guess, on Yogi Adityanath's record, but so far the first 6 months haven't painted the greatest picture. Thank you to you all for joining us tonight.